kind of feel like a relationship shouldn't just be about who you're attracted to and who you have the best sex with. Because eventually you turn 45 or 50 and that ain't enough. Like, that ain't gonna keep it going, you know? So I think that these honest conversations should happen because this is a big investment. We've talked about investing, and most of your investing has nothing to do with money. So if you ever want to know what a horrible life feels like, go and invest your life, half your life into the wrong person. That's a terrible feeling, right? It's worse than losing money. It's like it's like it's like getting an anal probe at a Diddy party. Like it's not fun. You know, it's the worst feeling in the world. So anyway, with that said, let me move back to following the money. So let me give you some quick stats on the gambling thing, so we can kind of just understand why this is the epidemic that people aren't talking about. This is something that I think all of you want to pay attention to. So when you see the headline, when they finally reveal, oh, the gambling epidemic in America, like it'll be about 2 years from now. I want you to think back to this conversation and just know that again, because B1 people are the canaries in the mine, we know what's happening. Okay, so the first stat that I want to throw out at you is number one, up to 53% of people with gambling problems report serious relationship issues, including separation and divorce. So half of all people that do too much betting, they usually end up divorced or separated. Number two, over 6 million U.S. adults meet the criteria for a gambling disorder. So 6 million people. This is according to the National Council on Problem Gambling. Another stat is the calls to gambling helplines have increased by 45% between 2020 and 2023, coinciding with the legalization of online sports betting in many states. So more people are calling these hotlines because they've hit rock bottom. And the thing about it is, when somebody has an addiction, they will never ever really truly admit that they have an addiction. They're gonna pretty much talk themselves out of believing that they have a problem. Because that's just what you do. I mean, you're an addict. That's what addicts do. Addicts are in denial until something really horrible happens, like, like your daughter never speaks to you again, or you blow the rent money and you're homeless, or your wife leaves you because she finds out the bank account's empty, or you get $100,000 in debt and you're only making 30,000 a year. Like that's when you kind of have to confront it, kind of. But for the most part, it's hard to admit that you have a problem that deep. It's very difficult, right? Until it really disrupts your life. Also, let's see, another stat, nearly 70% of college students reported doing some type of sports betting this year. 6% are considered problem gamblers. So 6% out of 70. So I guess they're saying 6% of college students or 6% of the ones who actually gamble. I'm not sure which stat they're leaning on. This is from the Journal of Gambling Studies. But either way, though, basically, I guess I would say 10% of them have, or almost 10% of the ones who actually bet have become problem gamblers. So it doesn't happen to everybody. But the thing about it is that when it's not happening to you, you never know when that switch is gonna flip, when you're gonna jump from being just casual to being a problem.